Wait, something is shifting around you, and you can feel it. You may not understand it yet, but your spirit knows something big is coming. Tell me this, why do you suddenly feel disconnected from old routines, old people, and old versions of yourself? Why does it feel like life is pushing you out of what used to feel normal? That's not random, that's a sign. This message reached you at this exact moment because you're stepping into a new spiritual season, and November 2025 is the turning point. For the chosen ones, this month carries a powerful shift that signals your breakthrough is closer than you think. If you've been feeling tired, stretched, or stuck, don't lose hope. The pressure you feel is preparing you for something greater. Doors that were closed are starting to move, and things that once blocked you are weakening. Stay with me, because the signs you're experiencing right now may be the proof you've been waiting for. Your breakthrough might be closer than you ever imagined. One of the strongest signs that your breakthrough is near is a sudden shift in how you see your emotions. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or confused, you begin to understand why you feel a certain way. Moments that once left you stressed or unsure now make sense. You might wake up one morning realizing, I don't care about that anymore, or now I understand what I need to do. This clarity isn't forced, it feels natural, almost effortless. You may notice that situations or people who used to trigger you no longer have the same power. Arguments that once drained you suddenly feel pointless. Old fears lose their grip, and you feel more grounded in your decisions. It's like a fog lifting from your mind, allowing you to see what truly matters. This emotional clarity often appears right before a major shift, because you're being prepared for a new chapter. When your emotions settle and your priorities become clearer, you make better choices, attract healthier opportunities, and move forward with confidence. It's a sign that your spirit is aligning with the breakthrough you've been waiting for, and you're finally ready to step into it. Another powerful sign that your breakthrough is getting close is a noticeable rise in your intuition. You start sensing things before they happen, or you feel guided towards certain choices without knowing why. It's that quiet inner voice that suddenly becomes clearer, stronger, and harder to ignore. For example, you may get a strong feeling to reach out to someone, apply for a specific opportunity, or avoid a situation that doesn't feel right. Later, you realize that following that instinct saved you time, protected your peace, or opened a door you didn't expect. These experiences aren't coincidences. They show that your inner guidance is becoming more accurate and aligned. You may also notice that you can read people more easily. Someone's intentions, energy, or attitude becomes obvious to you within moments. Where you once doubted yourself, now you feel a sense of certainty about what is good for you and what is. This heightened intuition appears when you're entering a new spiritual season because you need clearer direction. Your spirit becomes more tuned in, helping you avoid distractions and move toward the opportunities meant for you. When your instincts start guiding you with confidence, it's a strong indication that your breakthrough is drawing near and you are being prepared for it. Another clear sign that your breakthrough is approaching is when opportunities appear out of nowhere. These are moments that seem perfectly timed: an invitation, a message, a job lead, a financial opening, or a chance to connect with someone who can help you move forward. You weren't chasing it, yet it shows up in a way that feels almost surprising. Maybe someone recommends you for something without you asking. Maybe an old connection reaches out with support, or a door you thought was permanently closed suddenly opens again. Even small opportunities count: being noticed, receiving guidance, or getting access to something you've been hoping for. These openings often arrive when you're finally ready for them, not when you were frustrated and forcing results. What makes these opportunities special is that they feel aligned. They fit who you're becoming, not who you used to be. They bring growth, direction, or relief instead of stress or confusion. You may even feel a sense of peace or excitement when they appear, as if something within you says, "Yes, this makes sense." When life begins placing the right people and situations in front of you, it's a strong sign that things are shifting in your favor. These unexpected opportunities are often the first hints that your breakthrough is getting close, and that momentum is building for your next chapter. Another powerful sign that a new spiritual season is beginning is when your relationships start to change. People who were once close to you may feel distant, conversations may fade, or connections that used to feel comfortable may suddenly feel heavy or draining. This can be confusing at first, especially if nothing dramatic happened, but it often means your growth no longer matches the dynamics that kept you in the same place. Sometimes certain individuals naturally step back because they can sense your direction changing. They may not understand your goals, your newfound confidence, or the changes in your mindset. On the other hand, you might feel yourself losing interest in relationships built on negativity, gossip, or limitation. You simply don't have the emotional energy for things that don't support your peace anymore. At the same time, you may notice new people entering your life, those who inspire you, support you, or challenge you in healthy ways. These relationships feel lighter, more meaningful, and aligned with who you are becoming. They encourage growth rather than holding you back. Relationship shifts can be uncomfortable, but they often signal preparation. As you move toward your breakthrough, life removes connections that would block your progress and brings in people who will help you step into your next level. A major sign that your breakthrough is near is when life starts redirecting you in ways you didn't plan. You may notice that certain paths you were trying to follow suddenly stop working, no matter how much effort you put in. Plans fall through, opportunities slip away, or something inside you tells you, this isn't right anymore. At first, this can feel frustrating or confusing, but it often means you're being guided toward something better. You might also experience strong inner nudges that lead you in a new direction. For example, you feel drawn to start a new project, change routines, move away from certain environments, or try something you never considered before. Even simple shifts, like feeling compelled to learn a new skill or connect with someone new, can be part of this guidance. What makes this redirection meaningful is the way it feels. Instead of fear or pressure, there's a sense of relief or curiosity once you stop resisting. Things begin to flow more smoothly, and you feel more aligned with your purpose. This guidance is preparing you for the opportunities ahead. When doors close or your desires shift, it's often a sign that your breakthrough requires a new direction, and life is helping you get there. Another meaningful sign that your breakthrough is approaching is when certain habits, routines, or interests suddenly stop feeling appealing. Activities that once excited you may now feel boring, draining, or pointless. You might notice that you don't enjoy the same entertainment, conversations, or environments that used to comfort you. This shift isn't about becoming lazy. It's a sign that your spirit is outgrowing what kept you in the same place. For example, you may lose interest in scrolling endlessly on social media, staying up late, or spending time with people who complain or discourage you. You might find yourself choosing healthier food, wanting more rest, or craving silence and reflection instead of noise. Without forcing anything, you begin letting go of habits that waste your time or reduce your energy. This change happens because your focus is shifting toward growth. Your mind and spirit are preparing for new responsibilities, new blessings, and new opportunities. Old habits don't match the person you are becoming. Another powerful sign that your breakthrough is near is the sudden appearance of new people in your life who feel meaningful or supportive. These aren't random acquaintances. They often show up with timing that feels almost perfect. You may meet someone who offers advice you needed, gives you an opportunity, or simply understands you in a way others never did. Sometimes it's a mentor, a friend, a supportive coworker, or even a stranger whose words impact you deeply. What makes these connections special is the energy they bring. They encourage you, motivate you, or help you see your potential more clearly. Conversations feel uplifting instead of draining, and you walk away feeling inspired rather than exhausted. You may even notice that these new relationships push you toward healthier choices or bigger goals. These connections often replace relationships that have faded. When old ties fall away, space is created for people who match your growth. It's life aligning you with individuals who are part of your next chapter. Pay attention to who enters your life during this season. The people showing up now may play an important role in your breakthrough, whether they support you emotionally, open doors, or help you step into a stronger version of yourself. Another meaningful sign that your breakthrough is close is a noticeable increase in your spiritual sensitivity. You start picking up on emotions, energies, and atmospheres more quickly than before. Places that once felt normal may now feel uncomfortable, and environments filled with stress or negativity drain you faster. On the other hand, peaceful or positive spaces feel more comforting and nourishing. Your spirit becomes more alert to what supports your growth and what pulls you down. You may also find yourself feeling connected on a deeper level during moments of quiet. Simple things like hearing a meaningful song, seeing a specific number repeatedly, or receiving a random message can touch you emotionally in a way that surprises you. It's as if your inner world is more awake and aware, helping you notice guidance that you previously overlooked. This heightened sensitivity isn't a burden, it's preparation. As you move into a new spiritual season, you need clearer awareness to make better decisions and protect your peace. Your spirit is becoming more selective about what it allows in because you're aligning with a higher purpose. When you start recognizing what feels right for you and what doesn't without needing explanations, it's a strong sign that you're getting closer to your breakthrough. Another powerful sign that your breakthrough is approaching is when your dreams become more vivid, emotional, or symbolic. You may wake up remembering details clearly, even if you usually forget them. These dreams can feel unusually real, leaving you with strong feelings or thoughts that stay with you throughout the day. They may reflect situations you're dealing with, reveal hidden fears, or show you possibilities you haven't considered yet. Sometimes you might dream about letting go of something, meeting new people, moving to a new place, or overcoming an obstacle. These themes often represent the inner changes happening within you. Your mind and spirit are processing old emotions, releasing stress, and preparing you for what's ahead. It's like your subconscious is trying to help you understand what your conscious mind hasn't fully accepted yet. You may also notice repeated symbols, doors opening, traveling, light appearing, or finding something important. These patterns can point to growth, progress, or new beginnings. Even if the dream seems strange, the feeling behind it matters. If you wake up with clarity, peace, motivation, or a sense of direction, that's a powerful indicator. Meaningful dreams often appear when a breakthrough is near because your spirit is aligning with your next chapter. Your inner world is giving you guidance and confirmation, helping you move forward with confidence. A surprising sign that your breakthrough is getting close is a sudden sense of restlessness. You may feel like you can't stay where you are, emotionally, mentally, or even physically. Your old routines feel tight, your environment feels small, and you sense that you're meant for something more. This discomfort isn't frustration for no reason. It's a signal that growth is happening beneath the surface. You might notice that things you once tolerated are now irritating or draining. Staying in the same patterns feels unbearable, and you can't shake the feeling that change is coming. For example, you may feel uncomfortable at a job that once felt fine, or you might suddenly feel out of place in certain social circles. Your spirit is pushing you to move forward because staying the same no longer matches who you are becoming. This restlessness often shows up right before major progress because it pushes you to take action instead of staying stuck. Without this inner pressure, you might remain in situations that limit you. The discomfort becomes motivation to step into new opportunities and make decisions that support your growth. So if you've been feeling unsettled for no clear reason, don't panic. It's a sign that your spirit is preparing you for the next level. Your breakthrough needs space, and this restless feeling is getting you toward the path that will lead you there. Another sign that your breakthrough is near is when your plans start changing suddenly, often in ways you didn't expect. Things you thought were certain may shift, get delayed, or fall apart completely. At first, this can feel inconvenient or disappointing, but many times these changes are actually protecting you or getting you towards something better. For example, you might lose interest in a goal you were once passionate about, or an opportunity you thought was perfect suddenly doesn't feel right anymore. Maybe a meeting gets cancelled but leads you to a different connection, or a closed door pushes you toward a new direction that fits you more. These unexpected adjustments often lead to outcomes that feel more aligned with who you are becoming. When plans change rapidly, it's usually because the path you were on wouldn't have taken you to your breakthrough. Something bigger is being arranged behind the scenes, and the shift is clearing the way. You may even notice that once the change happens, things begin to flow more easily or feel more exciting. Instead of fighting these moments, pay attention to where they lead. Rapid changes often mean that life is repositioning you, placing you exactly where you need to be for your breakthrough to happen. One of the most surprising signs that your breakthrough is close is a sudden sense of calm after a period of stress or emotional chaos. You may have gone through confusion, conflict, or major changes recently, but now you feel more settled inside, even if your circumstances haven't fully improved yet. This calm doesn't come from everything being perfect. It comes from finally letting go of what was weighing you down. You might notice that situations that once triggered anxiety no longer affect you the same way. You react differently, think more clearly, and feel less attached to outcomes you can't control. Instead of worrying about what might happen, you feel a quiet confidence that things will work out. This shift shows that your inner world has reached a new level of strength. For example, you may still be waiting for answers, opportunities, or results, but something in you feels lighter. You're no longer pushing or forcing things. You trust the timing, and that trust brings a deep sense of peace. This emotional stability allows you to make better decisions and attract better experiences. Inner peace after chaos is a major indicator that you're ready for your breakthrough. It means you've grown, released old fears, and created the emotional space needed for new blessings to enter your life. Another strong sign that your breakthrough is near is when certain doors close unexpectedly. Opportunities you were counting on may stop progressing, people may withdraw, or plans you were sure about suddenly fall apart. This can feel frustrating, especially if you put in effort or had high hopes, but these closures often protect you from paths that would limit your growth. For example, you might not get the job you wanted, a friendship may fade without explanation, or a project you worked hard on may not move forward. In the moment, it feels disappointing, but later you may realize that staying in those situations would have held you back or kept you stuck. Sometimes, what looks like rejection is actually redirection. These closed doors create space for better opportunities that match your new season. If everything stayed the same, you wouldn't have room for what's coming next. You may notice that after something ends, clarity increases, stress decreases, or a new option appears that fits you much better. Instead of viewing closed doors as failure, see them as signs that you're being guided. When something ends suddenly and you feel a sense of relief or freedom afterward, it's a powerful indication that a breakthrough is forming and you're being moved toward something more aligned with your purpose. Another meaningful sign that your breakthrough is approaching is when timing starts lining up in ways that feel too perfect to ignore. You begin noticing that certain things happen at the exact moment you need them. Someone calls when you were thinking about them, the right information appears when you were searching for answers, or an opportunity shows up right after you let go of something that wasn't working. These moments can feel surprising, but they bring a sense of this makes sense. It's as if events are falling into place without you forcing them. For example, you may finally receive a response after weeks of silence, or a delay that once frustrated you leads to a much better result than you expected. What once felt like bad timing now reveals itself as protection or preparation. You may also notice patterns, repeated signs, or meaningful coincidences that guide your decisions. The right people show up, plans align smoothly, or solutions appear just when you need them. Instead of struggling to make progress, progress begins to feel more natural. When timing becomes this precise, it's a strong indication that things are aligning for your next chapter. Divine timing shows that your breakthrough is not just possible, it's already forming, and life is moving you toward it step by step. Another powerful sign that your breakthrough is getting close is a sudden rise in motivation, even if you don't fully understand where it's coming from. After periods of exhaustion, discouragement, or feeling stuck, you may suddenly feel a burst of energy or determination to improve your life. Tasks that felt overwhelming before now seem manageable, and you feel more willing to take action. You might wake up with new ideas, a desire to organize your space, work on personal goals, or make changes you've been putting off. This shift often happens because your spirit senses that something better is on the horizon. Instead of forcing yourself to move forward, you naturally feel drawn toward progress. You begin prioritizing things that help you grow, learning, planning, creating, or taking steps toward your dreams. What makes this motivation different is the way it feels. It doesn't come from pressure or fear of missing out. It feels purposeful. You're not rushing, you're preparing. You may find yourself saying, "I'm ready now," even if nothing external has changed yet. This renewed drive is a sign that you're aligning with your breakthrough. Your energy is returning because you finally have direction and clarity. When motivation rises naturally and consistently, it's a strong indicator that you are stepping into a new season where progress will become more visible and rewarding. Another meaningful sign that your breakthrough is close is when unexpected help, resources, or support start showing up just when you need them. You may find that something you were worried about suddenly works out, or a problem resolves itself without the struggle you anticipated. These moments feel perfectly timed, almost as if life is stepping in to make sure you don't fall behind. For example, you might receive money you weren't expecting, someone offers assistance without you asking, or a solution appears right when you thought you had no options left. Maybe a bill gets reduced, a job becomes available, or you receive a gift that meets a need. Even small blessings count, like receiving advice at the right time, finding an opportunity you thought was gone, or getting the exact resource you were searching for. What makes these blessings significant is the relief and support they bring. They take pressure off your shoulders and allow you to move forward with more confidence. It's as if the universe is saying, "You're not alone, keep going." These sudden provisions often show up when you're entering a new season because you're being equipped for what's ahead. When help arrives without you forcing it, it's a strong sign that your breakthrough is being supported and that things are shifting in your favor. Another strong sign that your breakthrough is near is when fresh ideas start flowing unexpectedly. You may suddenly think of a solution to a problem that has bothered you for months, or a creative idea appears out of nowhere that excites you. These thoughts feel different. They come with clarity, confidence, and a sense that they could actually work. For example, you might wake up with a new plan for your career, a business idea, a creative project, or a way to improve your daily life. Tasks that once felt confusing now seem simple because the missing piece finally clicks. You may even find yourself writing things down more often, feeling inspired to start something new, or feeling motivated to take action instead of just thinking about it. What makes this inspiration meaningful is the timing. These ideas usually arrive when you're ready to grow, not when you were overwhelmed or uncertain. They push you forward and give you direction, helping you see possibilities you couldn't see before. This surge of inspiration is a sign that your mindset is shifting into alignment with your next level. Your inner world is preparing you for opportunities ahead, and your breakthrough becomes easier to reach because you finally know what steps to take. When ideas feel purposeful and exciting, it's a clear indication that something bigger is forming in your life. Another meaningful sign that your breakthrough is getting close is when you start feeling protected in situations that could have gone wrong. You may notice that problems seem to miss you, danger is avoided, or stressful situations resolve themselves before they escalate. It's as if something is shielding you from unnecessary harm or setbacks. For example, you might narrowly avoid a financial loss, avoid a conflict, or miss an event that later turns out to have been harmful or draining. Maybe you were late to something and felt frustrated, but later realized that being delayed kept you out of trouble. You may also notice that certain people with negative intentions distance themselves from you without explanation. These moments may seem small, but they carry a clear message: you're being guarded. This protection can also feel emotional or spiritual. You might sense a stronger inner boundary, making it easier to say no to things that don't benefit you. You feel less affected by negativity, criticism, or drama. Instead of getting pulled into chaos, you stay calm and grounded. When you feel protected in these ways, it shows that you're being prepared for something important. Life is clearing obstacles and shielding you from distractions so you can move forward more confidently. This sense of protection is a powerful sign that your breakthrough is being supported and that you're being guided toward a better season. Another powerful sign that your breakthrough is near is the increase in meaningful signs and synchronicities around you. You start noticing repeated numbers, familiar symbols, or messages that seem perfectly aligned with what you're thinking or experiencing. These moments feel personal, almost as if life is communicating with you directly. For example, you might repeatedly see the same number on clocks, receipts, or license plates right when you're thinking about change. You could hear a conversation, song lyric, or quote that answers a question you've been struggling with. Someone may randomly say something that feels like guidance meant specifically for you. These experiences stand out because they arrive at the exact moment you need clarity or reassurance. What makes synchronicities meaningful is the way they resonate. They give you a sense of confirmation, like you're on the right path or making the right decisions. Instead of feeling lost, you feel supported and guided, even if you don't fully understand how everything will unfold. These signs often appear more frequently when a breakthrough is close, because your awareness is sharpening and your direction is becoming clearer. When life keeps sending aligned messages, it's a strong indication that momentum is building and that you're being encouraged to keep moving forward with confidence. One of the clearest signs that your breakthrough is close is a quiet but powerful feeling inside you that something is about to shift. You may not have proof, nothing dramatic may have happened yet, but deep down, you know change is coming. It feels like a subtle confidence rising within you, even if your circumstances still look the same on the outside. This inner knowing often shows up in simple moments. You might wake up feeling lighter, more hopeful, or more certain about your future without any specific reason. You may catch yourself thinking, "Things are going to get better," or "My time is coming." This isn't wishful thinking. It feels steady, calm, and grounded. It doesn't depend on external validation. You may also notice that doubts and fears don't affect you the way they used to. Instead of questioning yourself, you feel more secure in your direction. Even when challenges appear, you don't feel defeated. Something inside you keeps reassuring you that this is temporary and that a breakthrough is forming. This inner knowing is a sign of alignment. Your spirit has already accepted the change before it arrives physically. When you feel this quiet certainty, it means you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared for the next chapter, and that your breakthrough is closer than you think. And there it is. If you're experiencing these signs, you're not just going through random changes. You are stepping into a new spiritual season where growth, clarity, and breakthrough are becoming impossible to ignore. November 2025 is not just another month for you. It marks a turning point where the things you've prayed for, worked toward, and waited on are finally aligning in your favor. You've outgrown old cycles, you're thinking differently, and you're feeling stronger inside. That alone shows how far you've come. Even if everything hasn't fully shifted on the outside yet, the foundation is already forming. Trust that the work happening within you is preparing you for what's ahead. Here at Cosmic Shift, I want you to remember this. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, and your breakthrough has not passed you by. You are moving forward, step by step, into a season that matches who you are becoming. Before you go, I want you to speak this over your life and comment it below. My breakthrough is coming, and I am ready for it. Type it with faith, declare it with confidence. Your new season is beginning, and the best chapters of your story are just ahead.